Well, good morning once again, and welcome to the seventh of our Bible studies. We are still dealing with creation stories in these first 9 days, and today we come to Genesis chapter 3, verses 1 to 6, which is all about knowledge. And here's the passage sitting on my laptop, ready to be read. So, amongst the animals that Yahweh God had made, the most cunning was the snake. The snake asked the woman, "Is it true that God told you not to eat fruit from any of the trees in the orchard?" She answered, "We are allowed to eat fruit from all of them, except the one in the middle. God told us not to eat it or even to touch it. If we do, we will die." The snake countered, "Not true. You will not die. God told you that because he knows that when you eat it, you will be like God. You will know everything." Chapters 2 and 3 of Genesis are now turning into a drama. Entering the scene, we have a rather weedy relative of Leviathan, this time not muscular like Leviathan, but a cunning serpent with the power of speech. We now begin to realize that chapters 2 and 3 are of a different character from chapter 1 in quite a significant way. Where chapter 1 was trying to be factual in a pre-scientific way, here in chapter 3 we have a writer seeking to find a culprit to blame for the fact that we no longer make our living in the paradise garden. We can see this storyteller living in a patriarchal society. There, men are expected to rule over women and humans to dominate and exploit nature. In this story, he is constructing for himself a scenario in which at the beginning, the first humans were happy and carefree. This storyteller does not identify the snake with our later ideas of Satan or the devil. The snake is just a snake, a minor troublemaker. But he does know a thing or two. And we, sitting here in the 21st century, find ourselves uncomfortable about some of the storyteller's preconceived ideas. In Genesis chapter 1, humans are said to have been created male and female equally in God's image. Humans are made like God, as God's gift given freely. But here in chapter 3, this older, more primitive storyteller has the cunning snake telling the woman that it is when she eats from the forbidden tree that she will become like God. Here, being like God is not God's gift, but an act of stealing, a gross presumption on the part of the human. Which version of the story will you prefer? And which is the story that gets to the heart of the matter? Why did both stories get included in the first book of Moses? The truth is that they both tell a tale that has truth in it about the world and the people inhabiting it. Both are about what we are like in ourselves. We do see ourselves in ourselves the spark of the divine, and equally we see foolishness and ignorance leading us astray. The way we are is both the rising ape and the fallen angel. Our debt of thanks to these ancient writers is profound. What are you today? What are you right now? The question posed is posed in the rest of the next part of the story. Will the woman believe God, or will she obey the snake? See you tomorrow.